Okay, brothers and sisters, how you doing? It's Brother John here, watchman for that great day. Wow, lots of things going on in the world. Sad to watch, hurtful, painful, pain, agony, separation, all kinds of things going on. Paris, France. All right. I really just don't know what to say. There's just so much to say. Where do I begin? Well, let me share with you, as I always do, my thoughts. I watched a couple of videos yesterday. One was about a 15-year-old boy, Jewish man, Jewish boy. That was a secular Jewish boy, so he wasn't formally or educated with the biblical text. But he supposedly had died, and he was clinically dead for 15 minutes, and he was brought before the Almighty. And what he saw is absolutely amazing, because he actually gave us some thought, if nothing else. As Stephen Ben-Danoon has said in his video that critiqued the other video, he's pointing out pretty much scriptural evidence that our time is short, really short. Couple of months, within a couple of months, within a few months, but short. We already know. In fact, I'll give you this. I just got off the phone to my brother Dave, who lives out in East Hampton, and he said the first thing this morning when he turned on the TV, on the bottom banner there that goes across the bottom, he saw Pope declares that we are in World War III. I said, what? He said, yeah, the Pope declares that we are in World War III, or World War III has begun. Now, all I have to tell you is, duh, yes, I knew this, and don't we all know this? We know that because Russia is right there in Syria. We know that because Isaiah 17 talks about the ruinous heap of Damascus, which is the capital of Syria. We know that we look at Russia, we look at Putin as being from the north parts, who is aligned with Turkey, who's aligned with Iraq and Iran, and many others, okay? China, you name them, all right? What this boy said brings into, actually he's a man, because if he made his bar mitzvah, he's a young man. So at 13, usually you make your bar mitzvah. So I'm sorry to call him a boy, but he is considered a man. So at any rate, this man had died, and he brought before the Almighty, and he had visions and understanding of everything he ever did in his life. It's pretty amazing. He tells the story. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but what he says in connection with what Stephen Ben-Danoon says, and in connection with what Anthony Patch says and has said just recently, with other people that I watch on different videos that are like Lisa Havens. All right, Lisa Havens was talking about this morning about what they want to do. You know, that they want to set up the New World Order. This is all about bringing in the New World Order. These violent outbreaks. Okay, they're either knowingly allowing them or setting them up to do this. It's they, you have to always remember, they are the ones doing this. Whoever the they are. The they. That's a pretty good one. The they. Anyway. So my thoughts, okay? I just watched a video, Mike from On Point Preparedness. He points out that there's a man that does study on the crop circles, and that this man had predicted October 25th to the 27th that there was going to be an earthquake. And Mike from On Point points out an article to where Pakistan had suffered a 7.5 earthquake back in October, on October 25th, 26th, 27th, right in there. The next point at which there's going to be, this guy states there's going to be a massive earthquake is the 11th and 12th, between the 11th and 12th of December. It's interesting because the 11th and 12th of December is just a few days, 3 to 4 days after the Pope Francis makes the declaration of the extraordinary Jubilee year. Mike from On Point thinks that and believes that if this Pope states that it's okay to be an atheist and you don't need to believe on Jesus Christ because he died for all the sin of the world, but you don't have to believe on him, he believes that that is the abomination and that is the last harbinger. This is what he says, the last harbinger. So when you see that, it's the last harbinger of something to bring on the Great Tribulation. Back over to Stephen Ben-Danoon. Stephen Ben-Danoon's talking, and he gets to the point in the boy's video, in this young man's video, where he points to what the young man says, and the young man states that there will be 2 dead people risen up. These 2 dead people are none other than the 2 witnesses. Yes, in my past videos I have said that the 2 witnesses could possibly be, and I believe them to be, the United States and Israel. But now I'm starting to see something that it makes more sense if 2 dead people are risen up, okay? The big if 2 dead people are risen up, if this happens, and or come on the scene, okay, in Israel at this time of turmoil, all right? First, let me go here, because Stephen Ben-Danoon believes that the 2 witnesses have been here and are here. Okay, they're already risen up. Which brings us to the point, if you go back in some of my other videos where I was pointing to all the blood moon or the blood waters, okay? How long have they been here for? Don't really know. Are all the blood waters from the 2 witnesses? Maybe not. Maybe they were just a drying up of the the drought, and then you get dead fish and all that, and it turns the water to blood. But at some point in all of those 19 to 21 times since 2011, the water turning to blood has to have been, if the 2 witnesses are around and they're doing their things, because remember from 2011, the last blood water occurrence happened just recently, in 2015. I can't remember the exact day, but it was during 2015. So the waters were still turning to blood. It all ties in and it all goes along without saying. When you start to add all these things together, if you're a wise virgin, if you're part of the wise virgins and you're watching for that day, you're watching so that you don't miss, because it's going to come quick, fast as the blink of an eye. It's going to happen quickly when it does happen. So anyway, Stephen Ben-Danoon points out that he believes the 2 witnesses are alive now. And they're walking around. So that brings us to the thing, when they come on scene, they will be killed and overcome. The one that comes up out of the bottomless pit shall kill and overcome them. Now in the Anthony Patch video that I watched this morning, with them talking, I can't remember the actual name, but it was a radio show with 3 or 4 men talking and asking questions and talking to Anthony Patch. Anthony Patch being the center position there, and Anthony Patch is talking about the CERN and what they're about to do, and what they're about to do is going to happen from November the 20th through the 13th of December. So we got a November 20th to the 13th of December. What else happens on November 20th to the 13th of December? Lisa Havens was talking about that's when the Paris climate change summit starts, from the 20th of November, which is next week, which is Friday of this coming week, 20th of November till December 11th. I mean, we're packing it in now. We're packing into a tighter space things like, if you continue on the thought that Mike from On Point has something, which I do believe he has something. If you take his timeline and you add to that where he had the 1,290 days, and you add another 45 days to that, that points out 1,335 days. When does it happen? The 7th of December, the day before the Pope makes his extraordinary Jubilee year. Okay, the proclamation. The day before. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,335 days. Daniel 12:12. Place that in orientation with what they're going to start doing on November 20th. That goes to the 13th of December. Now remember, we're going to just look at the last date. 13 December, the bombarding of the lead ions. Okay, but this has been going on for what, 20... Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. From here, you got 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's December? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 days. So for 23 days, the lead ions will be bouncing into each other, or crashing into each other, or exploding into each other, or creating the bottomless pit opening. All right, let's just look at it that way. The bottomless pit will open at a certain point. Maybe not right away, not the first day that they start bombarding the ions, but they're all talking that the higher level of lead ions, the higher level of energy that they're having to use, and it's amazing. You can't even wrap your head around it. First of all, you can't even wrap your head around the physics of what they're trying to do, because it's just so insane. But everything seems to be on target for this particular time. And what did I say? What have I always said just recently and in the past? Hey, December the 21st is the change of the season. So like I said, until we get past there, until we get past the 21st of December, which is winter, if we go into the winter, I change my view, but not all the things that I've said all along. It just brings them along, because if we're still here and we're in the winter, well, all the things will still have to take place and have to come to pass. You know, like the bottomless pit being opened up. But looking at, like I'm seeing it right now, if the Pope is any marker at all, remember, he did come in his own name. And he did say in a weekly address to his people that he was all for the RFID chip and wants to make it so that everyone that works in the Vatican and has anything to do with the Vatican will be chipped. So, and he's also saying that, we've searched the scriptures and it's not the mark. Okay, now you believe that? And I have a bridge in Long Island that I'll sell you. It's called the Hem Days Bridge. Want to buy it? You can put a toll on that bridge, because they go zipping across there and there's no toll at all. You can make a lot of money. Let's see, just send me $1 million check and I'll sell it to you. Anyway, I can write up a deed. Just have to send me $1 million check, care of John Boucher, care of Watchman on the wall, Watchman for that great day. Anyway, I'm not going to sell you a bridge. I'd like to share with you that we're about out of here, and I truly believe we are. Honestly, can't go on much longer. It's going to get crazier before it gets better. All right? And the ultimate end is that it gets so crazy that the earth mourneth and passeth away. Now the earth will remain, but the people on it, only the elites, supposedly the elites are going to make it, because they're going to go into their bunkers. Well, if you haven't heard all of these videos that I'm talking about, I suggest you do a little research and check it out. You've got Anthony Patch, you've got Mike from On Point, you've got Lisa Havens, mostly that talks about the things that are going on currently. It's necessary, all right? It's necessary. Well, just to get an idea of where you're at. Prophecy has been fulfilled, my friends. Remember that. 17,640 days has been fulfilled, which means unto Messiah. Read it, and it's in Daniel 9:24, 9:25. Okay, that's the time. So keep your heads up, keep looking up, get ready to go. It's your brother John talking to you from Long Island, New York. God bless you. Keep it going. Keep looking up. All right. See you again.